Welcome back to the Outreach Project family. This is Josh.
This is Zach.
And I'm Riley.
This is Riley, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming on, Riley.
Yeah, no problem. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate new guests, get to know new stories. So,
yeah, start off with a little funny story. Riley, you work Sunday nights. That's
I do.
technically
Yep.
a work day for
is.
you. And that includes youth group at nights?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And do you do children's ministry?
I'm on
for...
Yeah, I'm technically like on call for children's ministry, but if the youth are in the building, then most of the time I'm there to set things up and make sure nothing catches on fire.
Yeah, so one time we had, Zach and I help with youth group, so we see Riley there. One time we had a activity where we had the students do skits.
it was,
Yes.
Thanksgiving inventions.
Yep,
Of course.
selling a product, and Riley was the judge.
I was so fortunate to be the judge, and
I don't know.
ooh, some of them I would not purchase.
I don't know if fortunate's the right word, but
No,
I had the
but
privilege.
you actually received some hate that night.
I did.
Yeah.
Specifically from you two.
yeah, actually, it was us.
Yeah, do you want to explain that a little bit?
You believed that a certain group was entitled to victory. However, them being sixth grade boys, they
Just explain the product. We're
they. I believe the product was underwear that made it so your farts didn't stink.
That's a great product.
But it made it instead smell like the Thanksgiving food at the table.
Yeah, so you had like pumpkin pie, turkey, mashed potatoes, all that stuff.
Great product. The presentation kind of fell apart when one of the boys ran around the corner and came back with his underwear over top of his jeans. And I wasn't sure that I could, ethically as staff approve of such behavior. Competition was very close, though.
Just a disclaimer. That's not our group. We did not.
Yeah, that was not my idea.
That's actually
Not my
Caleb's group.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, Caleb, get them together,
Yeah,
man.
come on.
Yeah, my group, Josh's group, we didn't do that. It was definitely Caleb and the sixth grade boys, but regardless, it was really funny. I wish my group would have thought of something.
It was very funny.
To have a chance of winning, but
Yeah.
It was good.
That was good. That was good. So this is Riley. What's your role at the church? What's your title?
Yeah, so my name is Riley Hendrickson. I am the tech director here at the church. I have been here for about 6 months.
Yeah, newest
Newest hire.
employee?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your day-to-day?
Yeah, so throughout the week, I'm all over the building setting up various soundboards and light cues for Sunday morning, whether that be for the children's ministry or student ministry, in the sanctuary in particular.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Are you in the booth Sunday morning?
I am in the booth every Sunday morning.
Every Sunday
yes.
morning? Yep.
Yes.
What's your favorite part of working at First Church so far?
My favorite part is doing work that's meaningful. Having something that is that I'm a part of, that's impactful, that is I can directly say, this is my ministry. This is me using my gifts and talents for the Lord. And
yeah, that's cool.
For my personality, like that's very important for me, right?
yeah.
But and then from a more like technical side, my favorite part is anytime I get to go out and film something, record testimonies, anything like that.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fun.
Do you do a lot of those to the week testimony videos or?
When they come in, yeah, I do some.
Yeah,
either me or Elijah splits them up depending on whose plate's fuller. But
yeah.
I mean, we always have something going on.
Yeah,
I feel like there's always.
Probably a busy guy.
So just tell us a little bit about who you are. I mean, where'd you grow up? Where'd you go to high school, college? Your family right now, just general overview of your life.
Yeah. Who is Riley?
Yeah.
So I grew up in a small town in Indiana, about 2 hours south of here, called Winchester, Indiana. 30 minutes from Ball State, 15 minutes from the Ohio line. Gives you a general idea of where we're at. Grew up there all my life. I fell in love with filmmaking and video stuff when I was in high school. I was active on my worship team growing up, whether that be in tech or even on stage. I played electric and bass guitar. Yep. Wasn't very good. Play? No, I haven't picked up a guitar in a long time. So I kind of knew the ins and outs of what that kind of ministry kind of even looked like then. So I fell in love with filmmaking and I decided to pursue that as a career. Went to school at Huntington University. That's where I met my now wife. She also was part of the program. And so my whole reason of going there was to go be out in LA and be in the mission field out there. And so part of that, the curriculum that I was on meant that the last semester of my senior year, I would be out in LA getting an internship, trying to find a job.
Wow.
And so that was that summer before my senior year, about a week before classes started. I was working some construction job, and I felt God tugging on my heart, and he was saying, "You don't need to go to LA." I was like, "What do you mean I don't need to go to LA?"
That's your goal.
Like that's what I've been working for this whole time. Like, to go out, be in the industry, be a light out there, and do my thing. You don't need to be in LA. I was like, "Gosh, all right." Who am I to argue, right? And so we got my classes changed around. I graduated a semester early. So January of 2020 is when I graduated. Fortunately, I was hired on at a marketing agency right out of college. Okay. And that was a real blessing because I was salary right before everything shut down for COVID, right? And so I was there for a couple of years, and in that time, my wife and I, we got married, moved to Columbia City, and then, that's
yeah.
Did
you move to Columbia City before you worked at First Church?
Yes.
What brought you here then?
I was currently living in Southside Fort Wayne. I was living in Waynedale. And so, with getting married, we wanted to move someplace a little safer, and so we moved to Columbia City instead.
Yep.
But
What's been your favorite part of Columbia City so far?
So it's a lot bigger than the town I grew up in, but it still has that small town feel, right? And that's something that's important to us, is that we're both we're connected within the community, and we know. We go to Walmart, we're going to run into people that we know, right?
Sometimes that's not a blessing.
Sometimes it's not a blessing, depending on your day, right? Or the people.
Sometimes you're stuck in Walmart.
Sometimes you go to Dollar General. Just
right. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Do you have any kids?
Nope.
Dogs?
We have a, what is he? He's a Belgian Shepherd. And so he's about 75 pounds. Nice. I think like the little brother to a German Shepherd. But his name's Leo. He's full of energy and drives me nuts.
I'm guessing it's your wife's dog then?
She would tell you that I'm his favorite, and I will tell her that she is his favorite. So
it's never settled.
No.
So tell us a little bit of how you got to First Church.
Sure.
What brought you here?
Yeah.
How did God work in that? Just that whole story.
For sure. So with my marketing job, I was not being fulfilled there spiritually, and the work was just wasn't fulfilling for me. And so with that, I always had feelers out looking for church media positions, because that's what I thought God told me, right? When I graduated early, he's like, "Hey, I want you to do this. I want you to."
But in LA, you thought.
No. But like in LA would be out in Hollywood, actually in the industry doing things. And then God said, no, I don't want you to do. Well, I felt God calling me was, no, I need you to belong in a church somewhere, right? That's where I felt the calling being pulled specifically. And so those couple of years of working at that marketing agency were rough because I was like, I obeyed, right? I didn't go and nothing, right? I'm like, it was pretty draining for me. And so I had feelers out, and then finally a listing popped up online for First Church of God. And I was like, hey, that's like right in town.
Yeah,
so I sent my, we lived down the road from here, and I sent my application in and had a meeting or two here. And for those of you that know, Huntington ain't cheap. And so my wife and I have quite a bit of student loans that we're working on. And so that was a big point of contention of, do I stay at the old job where it pays a little bit better so we can get out of debt faster versus coming here, yada, yada.
And trusting God with money.
Right.
Which is difficult.
Yeah, it is. And so one Monday morning, I got called into my boss's office, and he said, hey, we got to let you go. And I was like, well, there's my answer.
Yeah, that's very clear.
I can't really be upset, but I want to be, right? Like, this is the answer I wanted, I guess. But so I called up Holly the next day, and I was like, hey, if you guys, we'd already been 2 or 3 interviews deep into this process already, and they really weren't sure, like, are we going to have enough stuff to fill the role? Is it really going to be a full-time gig? Like, we don't even know what this position is brand new for here, right? So there's no status quo of what needs to be met. And so I called her and I was like, hey, I just got let go. I've got a couple weeks. So this isn't any pressure on you guys to make a decision or not, but if you want me, you need to make a decision.
Yeah.
Or else I'm going to start looking elsewhere. And I've already started looking elsewhere. And so a couple phone calls back and forth, a couple more meetings, and I got hired on.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's been awesome to see how God's provided in the past 6 months, even a year of, we weren't sure how financially things were going to work. And so amazingly enough, my wife got a new job, and the difference in pay from here to the job before was the balance that she got boosted in her pay from her new job. So like, it was like exactly what it was. Really, and I was like, that's definitely a God thing, right? Yeah. Like, how in the world? Yeah. But
is she working locally then?
Yeah, she works at Crossroads Bank. She's a teller.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What'd you go to school for? Or you and your wife, what'd you guys go to school for?
Yeah, so we both have degrees in film production.
Okay.
We shoot weddings on the side. But we just shot the video, the recap video for Night to Shine. Yeah. And we're a part of that. So thank you. It was a lot of fun to do. Real quick turnaround, but
yeah, that was 2 days.
Yeah, so it was real quick.
Yeah. What was your favorite video you've ever shot?
Favorite video I've ever shot? Jeez.
It's probably a lot.
Yeah, so the one that was the most fun to shoot was, I was a camera op for a senior film. I think I was a sophomore. And we shot in Fort Wayne's airport.
Oh.
And we shot throughout the terminal and all of that. It was really, really fun.
Like this is the airport type video?
No, it was a short film that we shot.
Oh.
Like, we got permission to shoot a narrative piece in the airport.
That's cool.
Obviously, before all the TSA stuff, so like you're all in front of that checkpoint area. Mm-hmm. But we running up and down the halls with, I was the glide cam operator, the steady cam operator. So I had the vest and the arm and all of it all kitted out. And on top of me, and it was fun. But
was this in a college or high school?
College. Yeah.
Yeah, no high school's getting that permission.
You'd be surprised.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just another question about like the film industry. So, like a 2-minute video, how long does that take to edit and post and
Sure.
all that type of stuff.
So it all depends, right, of the content, which is a really bad answer. But so, for instance, the Night to Shine video, I was able to work ahead, and I picked out the music already and had the beats marked to cut to. Okay. And because it's just a montage, I don't have to sync up audio. I don't have to do any of that really labor-intensive stuff. And so I came in around 8 on Saturday and left about noon.
Okay. Yeah,
so that's not too bad.
No.
To come in. I think between my wife and I, we shot 125 clips or something like that. Yeah. That I just had to sort through and find the best bits of.
That's probably the most labor intensive.
Yeah, that's what took the longest. But, and then 2 minutes of interview could take longer, right? Because you're cleaning up your audio and all of that jazz. But
yeah, as you guys know, we're not the most advanced.
No, gotta start somewhere though.
Yeah. More about you. Like, what's some of your besides film? Mm-hmm. What's some of your hobbies?
Hobbies and interests. The big thing, I've got 2 3D printers that. So before I wanted to do film stuff, I wanted to be an engineer. Okay. And so I took all of the shop classes, all of the manufacturing, all of that stuff in high school, all the CAD. So that's part of what kept me sane during lockdown was I bought a 3D printer and just messed around with that. But yeah, so I do that. I'm a big old nerd. I love board games. I love
Catan.
Yeah, Catan.
Yes.
We'll play some.
We have to play some.
We'll have to play some.
Oh yeah.
Play Warhammer 40K. Play some D&D with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. So
yeah, just
that's
anything. Yeah,
pretty much anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little too many hobbies, honestly.
No,
it's hard to keep track of all of them.
Yeah. More faith related now.
Mm-hmm.
Get to know some of your, relationship with God. How did you come to know God?
Yeah, so I was very fortunate to grow up in a Christian home that was very active in ministry. My parents led part of the children's ministry at the church. Okay. They led it for 20-some years. And so I got to see faith acted out every week, right? And that was very important in my sister and I's upbringing, right? And so the parents instilled in us a servant's heart, which ties into kind of my job now, right? Mm-hmm. Of I'm hiding up in the booth, but still using my gifts.
Behind the scenes.
Right, it's behind the scenes. Yeah. And I'd much keep Holly on stage. Keep me behind it. It's fine.
Yeah. You don't want to freestyle next week?
No.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. That's one word it would be. But yeah, so I don't think there's ever... I can't think back to a real line in the sand moment of I'm dedicating my life to Christ.
This is what you grew up knowing.
Right. And so it slowly over time became my own. But yeah, obviously it was important to me even in my decision of where to go to college and all of that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a definite line in the sand when it started to become your own? Was there a certain age, certain mission trip experience or anything like that?
Sure. Yeah, I think so. I did a mission trip down to Grundy County, Tennessee. The organization down there is called Mountaintop. And so
fitting. Very fitting name. Mountaintop.
Yes, gotcha. I thought you meant Grundy County, and I was like, "What in the world are you talking about?" That's why I had a deer in the headlight look. But yeah, so we went down, and it's one of the most poverty-stricken counties in the United States. And so it's all about a service of like building porches and wheelchair ramps and sometimes even just mowing the yard, right, for people that can't do it. And so that was a mission trip that wasn't from, like, our church didn't organize it, right? Like, we sent a group of kids, but it wasn't, oh, here's your youth leader, you're going down with them. No. Like, it's all people from the community all coming together and doing this thing. And so kind of in that moment of a bunch of other kids from all around the world, all around the country coming together to help these people.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Makes you step back and like, oh, it's a lot bigger than Randolph County, Indiana, right?
A lot bigger.
Yes, a lot bigger.
What age was that, roughly?
It's probably 15.
15.
16.
Yeah.
So freshman, sophomore year?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, so through high school, your faith was your own?
Yeah, I would say so.
So how is God currently working in your life right now? What ways are you seeing him work right now?
Mm-hmm. So with a change of job and now I am leading a team of volunteers, right, of being in a position of leadership, and he's really working on my heart to be patient and loving to our volunteers because they're important, right? They're the reason that Sunday service happens.
Shout out volunteers.
All volunteers.
Yes.
Like,
anywhere.
Volunteers.
And we need more, actually. If you're interested.
What's the
my
email? Riley.
Riley at First Church, or
FCOG.
they just changed her email addresses. So Riley at fcog.church.
Yeah. Email him.
Yep. If you're interested in anything tech. For real.
Or just hit him up.
Or just email me. Don't send me junk mail, though. That would be miserable.
Spam, right?
Oh, gosh. But yeah, really changing my heart and making sure I'm leading properly in a loving way. But
do you have much leadership experience in previous careers, or
not in jobs, but like I did, I was on a leadership in the youth group, and like I said, I helped lead worship, and so that kind of brings it some air of like responsibility there. In high school, I was in charge of like FCA stuff, and then I didn't do much in college.
So this is big.
It's more so than before. Yeah.
Yep.
But
no, that's cool. Probably can be difficult.
Right. But
organization's probably huge.
Yeah. I'm not good at it. But
no, me too.
No.
As you guys, everyone knows.
A little bit better than you, but
I don't know about that.
I've seen your room, bro.
No, that's
big. I mean, it's always cool to see God working in different, especially that type of aspect, being challenged and stretched in different ways that you're not used to, and it's really cool to look back and see how God has worked in that. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that with me and leading middle schoolers, so I just challenge you to step back every once in a while and just see where you were and what God has done and how he continues to work in you.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I've seen you guys work with your students, and it's so awesome. I have a really unique opportunity to kind of sit back and watch.
Who's coming in?
Uh-oh.
What's up, Drew? Everyone, this is Drew.
Hi, Drew.
You can't see him.
That's okay.
But
he'll be on soon. But yeah, continue.
Anyway, I have a really unique opportunity to sit up and kind of be eye in the sky and watch you guys love on those kids, and that's you can tell that you do love them, and that's awesome.
We
watch.
Definitely appreciate that, and I mean, I don't know, it feels good to see somebody see that outside from an outside perspective.
Yeah,
right.
It's really encouraging to keep pushing and keep showing them love.
Are you going on the retreat?
I will be on the retreat. Yeah,
that's nice.
Yep. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you'll see. It's cool. My favorite part of retreats, mission trips with the students is seeing them worship.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
You'll probably be behind everyone.
Yeah.
Or
I'll be running cable or something. I don't know. We'll figure
tech.
it out.
But
yeah.
you'll be able to see, like,
Yep.
the kids can get on your nerves at times.
They get on your nerves all day long.
And
but
then
you step
see them
into worship and see them worshiping. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see.
Seeing them raise their hand and
Right.
stuff. I don't know. It's cool.
Makes it worth it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Weekend retreats like this are definitely moments where you, all right, this is worth it.
Right.
You get a lot of those moments throughout these weekend stuff, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there what's some things you're digging into lately? Like any scriptures, devotions, anything like that?
Anything like that?
So, as far as spiritually is concerned, we've been digging, like as a congregation, we've been going through Psalm 23.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And so, with that, all the prep of Psalm 23, I've been trying to either listen to as much commentary or read as much extra content revolving around that, because I'm the one making graphics or, well, making videos and that sort of thing. I don't do a lot of graphic. I'm not a graphic designer. Like,
Okay.
I am not gifted in that at all.
Who does it then?
Landon does that.
Okay.
Because he actually is a graphic designer.
Oh. Have to talk to him about a logo.
There you go. I'll throw him under the bus. I'll volunteer him. It's okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Landon.
Yeah, thanks, Landon, for the logo.
Shout out Landon.
Yeah.
He'll be listening to this.
He'll be listening to this and be like, oh,
crap.
I don't want to do that.
But yeah, so, and then we just met our second meeting on planning Easter. And so with that, again.
When's Easter?
We got 6 weeks till Easter.
You're already planning?
We have 6 weeks till Easter.
That's not a lot of time.
It's very short.
Yeah, you have 5 weeks to rest until Easter.
Yeah, just figure it out when we get there.
This isn't like a high school paper. You can't do it overnight.
So I'm going to start digging into that again.
Yeah.
And as far as like just other books in general, I just renewed my Audible subscription, and I just started the Witcher series. So I just did the first book there.
I have no clue what that is.
okay.
Yeah, we don't read a lot. We're not very literate.
Thankfully they read to me, 'cause I only have a liberal arts degree, so I don't. Pictures are really my friend.
Oh, yes. Yes. I love on the U version, the audios.
Yeah.
Those are so awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Especially with the devotionals.
Yeah,
How they've extended to that.
right.
Yeah.
It's good to put in your car and drive.
Yeah.
And listen.
But sometimes you zone out and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
rewind.
where am I?
Bag it up.
No. Wrap up question.
Yeah.
As we come to a close, our final question for every guest is, last guest kind of gave limitations, and
We kind of have some limitations, but they're not like.
what's one realistic vacation with no limitation? Realistic limitations.
So like you go on a vacation somewhere. We're putting like the time from like a month maybe.
What's your dream trip?
Dream trip?
Dream trip? Yeah, let's just put that.
So, I would love to go to New Zealand
Oh,
and travel and do the whole like Hobbiton loop, because they still have that set up from Lord of the Rings.
I've never seen that.
You ever seen Lord of the Rings?
Neither. See,
Man, I am
have
like,
you, Drew?
yeah, thank you. But like that whole set is still set up, and it's quite literally the other side of the world, right? And so,
Yeah.
like plane tickets start at like $2,000 one way.
Who'd you go with?
Who would I go
Wife?
with? I'd bring my wife. Yeah.
Yeah. Does she like that as well?
Yes. Yep.
Good.
Yep. But
Good. Yeah.
yeah.
I wish I had comments about that, but I have no
I'm
clue.
sorry, I just keep setting this up and just
No. Well, once again, if you listened all the way, thank you.
I'll be surprised.
Yeah, please let us know. No one's let us know.
No, honestly, I haven't heard anything from anybody. But
We did just have Miss Hammond say she's a loyal
loyal listener.
listener, so thank you. Shout out Miss Hammond. And Brad said Sadie is, so shout out Sadie.
We don't need to shout out the whole world.
Yeah, no, we can shout our 4 listeners.
That is true.
But yeah, thank you for coming on, Riley.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, any closing thoughts or?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Well,
We're excited to see what you guys do with the show. So
yeah.
Thank you.
We're really glad to have your help.
Yep.
This will be a good edited podcast, I believe.
I think this is going to be our best edited podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh, no pressure.
To date.
So let us know feedback. We love constructive criticism. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming, Riley.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
And this has been another episode of the Outreach Project.
Peace.
Peace.